Hello, and welcome to the Ukatsu Nation podcast, video podcast. I'm your host, Tom. I never know what to call this thing. We got some new blood on the podcast today, and one live EndieQueen Chambliss.
Hello.
Austin Kent has returned,
Hello.
his Shinobi ways. And the father bard himself, MC Sammons.
Hello.
You better spit some hot rhymes over there.
Master Chief Sammons.
I was going with like Master of Ceremonies Sammons.
Master
So he could be like an
Samwise.
80s rapper.
No, rapping is anathema
I'd
to
like
me.
to see that.
I cannot rap. It's awful.
A hip to the hop to the hippity hop. What have you guys been playing this week? Anybody?
I mean, the only game that I ever play.
Which game is that?
Overwatch.
Do you ever stream it on the twitch.tv?
I do.
I couldn't have told by the shirt you're wearing currently.
Right. I haven't been at home, at least recently, because I've just been working out some kinks in my internet. But I have been streaming here at Ukatsu every once in a while, and will soon have a regular streaming schedule.
That's exciting.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. And you started a new internship, I hear.
Yes, I did. It is actually here at Ukatsu.
What?
Imagine that.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, I am like the esports production intern. So I do a lot of things on the esports side here. Editing things, creating things, running things esports.
Very cool. It's exciting. Austin?
Well,
Smash and
yeah,
Splash.
Smash and Splash. So the last, I guess 3 weeks, 2 weeks before Smash and Splash, I was really grinding Melee again and analyzing sets and doing some homework because I've been kind of out of the loop a little bit. I still travel and go to tournaments here in Missouri, but I haven't had big national tournament in at least like 4 or 5 months. So this was the first one in a while, and it paid off amazingly. Best performance I've ever had at a national. I got 33rd in singles.
Nice.
Which is really good
Wow.
for me.
Nice.
And in doubles, me and my teammate Bobby got 13th, which is also
wow.
really
Wow.
That's amazing.
good. Yeah.
And
So where were you before that?
in general, what do I place?
Yeah.
Usually I place around 97th.
Wow.
I got 97th 4 times in a row before.
Wow.
I'm very aware of my skill in
Consistent.
general. Yeah, it's very apparent, but
So
still good though. Yeah.
How many people would you say were competing in that tournament in singles?
I'm not sure actually. It was a 3,500 person event, and
Dang.
more than half of that was an ultimate. So if I were to guess, maybe 1,700 or so, maybe, or at least around 1,000 or so
Wow.
for Melee.
33rd. That's
Wow.
I'm
very
happy about
impressive.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
That is very impressive.
And they just get harder and harder now too. So I'm really happy about it because all the top players are just insane now, and there's a lot more of them than there used to
wow.
be. So that's cool. I'm happy with that. Wisconsin Dells. This tournament's amazing because it's at a water park resort. It's the biggest one in the country apparently, and we were right next to Cheese Day. Apparently June 4th is National Cheese Day, and we were in
Nice.
Wisconsin. So
Very nice. Get some cheddar cheese.
Yep.
I
Had to
remember
get some
hearing a news
cheese.
story about a guy that stole like a truckload of cheese, and it was like several $100s worth of cheese.
Oh my gosh.
Instead of robbing a
Nice.
bank, he stole cheese.
that's amazing.
He's got his priorities straight.
Was he white?
I think so.
Wow.
Did he have an equally large cracker?
That I don't know.
Okay. Sammons, have you played anything interesting lately?
Well, I've been jumping around between Skyrim, Subnautica, Space Hulk, and I finally beat Space Hulk, and it was easy until the very end, in which case it got very, very hard very quickly. So,
So that difficulty
fun.
curve ramped up, huh?
oh yes, the bosses that spawn after you complete an objective started spawning randomly and in duplicate or triplicate. So, using all of your abilities to kill one, you had to now kill 4 or several.
All right.
So,
Good times.
it was hard. Fun though.
Yeah. Well, I started like 4 different characters in Skyrim in the last
oh
week.
my god.
So
No,
I've
thanks.
got the one-handed with a shield. I got the two-handed weapon with alteration magic. I've got a pure mage, and I've got an archer thief.
Nice.
So I got everything.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
All the play styles. It's very
It's pretty fun.
very too much. But I also bought a game for like $4 called what is it called? Gato Roboto, and it's like a black and white. It's basically a Game Boy game, Metroid, except for you're a cat in a robot suit,
Oh.
Like
That's
a literal
amazing.
cat, not like an anthropomorphized cat.
You're an actual cat just in a robot suit.
Yeah, your spaceship crashes and your owner is like stuck in the wreckage, and he's like, "Cat, go get a robot suit and free me." And then so you have to like,
Specifically a robot suit.
Putting a cat in power.
Go find it.
Is this a Japanese game?
I think it's American, but I don't know.
Of course. it's
Gato
It's a little- It's
Roboto.
almost a little racist if it's American game. Gato Roboto. Whatever.
That is. Oh my.
It's very typical if it's Japanese, so it's just funny either way, really.
Yeah, but I expect I will be recording some content, and we'll go under some amount of talking
Awesome.
Perfect.
with that game.
If that is the gameplay behind this podcast, I'll be very excited.
So that's what I've been. I'm looking forward to playing that a little bit. I like those Metroidvania games a lot. So
Metroid is awesome.
yeah, indeed. Well, by the time this is coming out, YouTube Camp has started. Summer camp's fully underway. We've been talking about them for weeks. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Mhm.
Are you guys excited to start working those camps?
They're actually really fun.
Yeah.
They are a
Especially
lot
if you
of
like
fun.
the games that they're playing. You get to play along with the kids half the time. It's fun. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
And so the week after this comes out, it will be like the 17th-ish as the Monday, and that will be Fortnite full day camp. And then
Yes. So what it does is YouTube Camp will go into the 14th, and then Fortnite Camp, which is also a full day camp, and it is a week-long camp. So from Monday to Friday, you can join us at Fortnite Camp, and that starts June 17th, if you like to look at your calendar, and it ends on the 21st. And that will be a lot of Fortnite coaching, how to win games, maybe not by being a god at building or not by being amazing at shooting people, but maybe
being a
learning
good
some-
sport,
also being a good sport. That's a very important
or
job.
hiding in a bush perhaps, utilizing your emotes properly. No?
Well, maybe. Anyway, after Fortnite Camp, though, in the next week, there is League of Legends
League of
Camp.
Legends camp.
So,
So you can learn a whole bunch of stuff about League of Legends, get
right.
better at the game, and then not compete in the high school esports league until
is-
spring.
it is a perfect time to come and learn the game if you want to pick it up for the first time, or if you want to really get up to the next level and become that much of a better League player.
They say it's better to start with a friend so that you have someone to suffer through those low levels with.
Yes, that is very true. When you try and play League of Legends alone in the early levels, it may not be the most fun experience, but if you have a friend, it is 10 times more enjoyable.
Excellent. So that'll be a good camp to go to.
Oh yes, bring your friend. Bring your friends.
Excellent. Well, it's a shame that the YouTube camp is currently ongoing and it's too late to sign up as of the recording of this or the release of this podcast anyway, because
That's true.
the best worst thing is video editing.
Mm-hmm.
Ukatsu is really good at teaching video editing at YouTube camp.
Oh yes.
Have you guys ever edited a video before?
Too
I
many.
have. Yes.
Too
In the last
many.
24 hours? Yes.
Yes.
No.
Nice.
No.
50% of us have in the last 2 days, or whatever was it, 24 hours. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That is a big
Yeah.
part of what's going on here.
So,
It's not.
I mean, I love watching edited video. Do you guys like watching edited video?
Edited
Well,
videos
yeah.
are very fun. They're so much
You
fun
like
to watch.
movies and TV,
But-
YouTube? It's all,
All
so
video
good.
content.
It is so good, but editing sucks.
In moderation, I think it's fun. If you
Yeah,
do
that's true.
one a month or one every 2 weeks, and especially, of course, if it's something you like, if it's something we were
That
talking about,
helps.
Joe was mentioning earlier, if it's something you don't want to do for some topic that's not even relevant to you at all, then it's death. But
Yeah.
aside from that, it can actually be really fun. I'll have fun with them
That
sometimes.
reminds me of some school projects. Here's a project you care nothing about. Edit it and make it good.
Yeah.
Now, Liv, have you edited your own content?
Always.
Always,
I always
yeah.
edit my own content.
How do you feel about the sound of your voice?
You know, I usually avoid paying attention to that so much, as weird as that sounds, and probably as bad as that is. But I've kind of gotten so used to it it's like it doesn't really matter anymore. It's just it's another voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to look at the videos as that's not me trying to I don't want to be nervous about how I look. I just want to look at it as a different person, so I don't get too what I don't know the word.
Critical of it all.
Yeah, I don't want to be too nervous about it, or even posting it and getting too scared what other people would think.
Yeah.
But
That's a
I
good way to
hate
go
the
about
sound
it.
of my voice, and I was editing a video that I was talking in yesterday. Ugh.
You gotta, yeah.
I mean, I know most people hate the sound of their own voice, but your voice on these podcasts are so good, Tom. They
I
are
don't think
so
that's
good.
true.
Smooth talking. It's so perfect.
Tom, you have a very good host voice.
Okay. If you say so,
Soothing.
I can try to hate myself a little less
That's good.
for now. So have you guys been keeping up with any gaming news?
A little bit. I've heard some tidbits about Fable, the new Fable coming out.
A new Fable?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's actually confirmed or not confirmed, or if the leak was just made up to just generate Fable news, but there
Now,
could
is
be a
that-
new Fable coming out, and that
Is
sounds
that
really fun.
Peter Molyneux? Was that his studio that made that?
I'm not sure. I know they're going to be using the Unreal Engine.
Oh.
Or at least that was part of the leak.
That
so.
might look a lot different than old Fable did.
Yeah, and it looked like part of it was going to be building towns was going to be a huge part of it.
They're revamping Darksiders to be a Diablo game now.
Oh, that's
Apparently
interesting.
like a dungeon crawler,
Whoa.
like isometric.
Interesting.
It's been a fun universe if you like collecting items and backtracking and playing Zelda, but with the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Huh.
Well, the only other new news I looked up just before this was this morning. Fortnite had a big update and pretty interesting stuff. I'll save the most interesting one for last, but I know they nerfed the boom bow apparently just a little bit, which is good because no one likes it.
Did they do that thing where they nerf it but not really?
So they I looked at it. They nerfed it to where the startup time is 0.25 seconds longer to start, which apparently doesn't really matter because you're going to be in undercover or behind a wall during the charge time anyway.
In the situation when
So
you're using
we'll
it, you're
see.
not under fire.
Yeah, but the patch notes under it did say we just want to nerf it a little bit so it's not drastic, and if this doesn't get us what we want, we'll just nerf it again, is what they said. But so
Great.
we'll see. And then they took away I think the hunting rifles because there's just a bunch of rifles now, and they think that one's the least important. And then the biggest, craziest thing that I think is they added a new item. I don't remember what it's called, but
Storm bottle?
maybe reverses the storm. So if you throw this item in a non-storm area, just a regular playable zone, it turns into the storm. That zone, I think it's like 25 feet long if I remember.
Wow.
But it turns into the storm there for like 25 seconds or something, 20 seconds, something like that. And then if you throw it inside the storm, it turns into a playable zone.
Wow.
So that's very interesting. I don't know what that's going to do.
I mean,
Maybe it'll take people out of their building fortresses.
it'll let people survive the storm in late games because they'll be able to stop and heal. And,
Yeah, if they just
you
go
know,
collect
wait
a
it
bunch
out.
of those.
Oh, you can only hold one at a time. Well, it comes in stacks of one whenever you find it, and you can only hold one. So you could
Okay.
hold multiple, I think, but it only comes in stacks of one. So it would be a big
sacrificing your
sacrifice
inventory
to
space.
carry two, but yeah.
I would carry like 3 and then just carry a.
Combat shotgun.
I'd carry. But I would probably carry a combat shotgun and what's it called? Redeploy.
That's all you need.
I am the ultimate
I saw
camper.
in Liv's world there was an Overwatch update. No more spamming voice lines 128 or no, now you can.
Now you can.
129 plus times
Apparently.
and the
stopping
game
it,
won't
it was-
crash.
Oh yeah, apparently the voice lines stopped playing after playing them 128 times. So now you can annoy the crap out of whoever you want.
Woo!
Wait, I don't
fix
get it.
that.
I didn't get that first part you said.
So if you
So-
say the voice line 128 times, you can't.
It just
Okay.
the voice line stops playing.
After the 128th time, it would stop playing. Like it wouldn't play
So
anymore.
they took that away?
So they
No
fixed it
longer.
because it was a bug. So now you
I'm
could.
confused, but 128 is such a large amount.
So
Yep.
yeah, I don't really know who. Maybe someone was playing Sombra and just booped everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
That one's fun.
Nice.
That one's fun to spam. I'm one of those.
128.
That's funny.
I don't know. I love just like I don't know. I guess I could be a victim of that. If that's the right word, because I like going around, even just like in comp games. It's really fun, especially if you're like in the lead and you have like your voice button key bound to like B or something really close to the spacebar. You literally just jump around and just spam the crap out of everyone. It's funny. And then like people get mad. Like, oh my god, shut
I
up.
remember being in a fun game. I think it was just a 2v2, and it was like me and someone else versus like you and Ben. And I think one of you guys was doing that.
That was probably me.
It was hysterical.
I do that a lot. It's funny if you have someone with like a really weird voice line and then you just cut them off like a million times and like you just spam it 4 times. Yeah, and then it's just really funny. There's a lot of good examples for that.
Very nice.
A lot of the May ones.
Now they can do it so many more times.
So exciting. Very exciting.
Well, in esports and streaming news, High Sky, the youngest member of the FaZe clan, has been removed from Twitch because he's apparently not 13.
Yes. So
According to Otherlive, he is 8. But I think it's just how he looks.
And very accurate scale.
So, from what I understand, his Twitter claims that he is 12 in some favorited tweet of his, but he was signed like over a year ago, so he was 11 when he was signed. And they said he was 13, which is like the minimum age to be a partner on Twitch. And so they took his 2.5 million followers away.
That's kind of crazy.
That would be a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, wait a second. So that's actually new to me, that last part. So they couldn't just take away this.
No,
no, because he's just too young for Twitch itself.
They deleted his channel.
Okay.
Twitch has like a minimum age requirement of 13.
Okay.
So he still has those followers, but he no longer has a way
He's not
to...
partnered
I mean,
anymore.
he doesn't have those followers. He has no way to talk to them because in this day and age, if you don't collect like an email address or something, if you rely on a single platform for your followers, this is a big part of my wife's business, then if that platform, something happens to it, then you no longer have that reach that you once had. So if you have 5 million YouTube subscribers and then YouTube is like, we're going to stop doing YouTube because we just don't feel like it anymore, then you have no way to get in contact with any of those people and they can't find you anywhere anymore. So
Interesting. You can literally drop off the earth.
That is why people
that would be
always
terrible.
talk about social media.
This guy was so well known, though, that he probably could, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
assuming at 13, he could just be like, hey, I'm back with a legit account.
Yeah.
If you want to see me, and
Oh,
I'm sure
wow.
that'd work out.
I wonder how Twitch would handle that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that once he's 13, they won't have any recourse.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, you violated our policy, you can't
He's like
have
a little
one.
kid. I feel like they're not going to hold it too hard against him.
Yeah,
At
and
the same time, he had a lot of followers.
he's already on YouTube Gaming.
Already on YouTube. All right.
Speaking of YouTube Gaming, they
Oh.
are making it so you have to have an adult on stream with you if you're under 13. Yeah, so like
He has to be a
His
visible
mom
adult.
sits next to him.
get ready for like a bunch of moms and dads like knitting in the
interesting.
background. But
Yeah, or
That's
you
knitting in the
Ukatsu.
background.
that is just another step in Ukatsu taking over the gaming world. If your parents don't want to watch you stream, you can come here and we will watch you stream and help make your stream better.
And probably more often, the kids probably don't want their parents to be with them on the stream. It would be
Yeah.
probably better still.
What would
That'd
they be
cool if
doing?
Twitch had something like that, rather than just like not allowing it whatsoever.
It could be really funny if you just have like your parent doing random things that they normally do. It's like your mom just vacuuming in the background. Or like,
I'm telling you, like, my
But
wife
you
would
have
be
to stay
crocheting
in this.
or something.
You have to stay in this general area so you can see.
You know, at first the algorithm to catch that is going to be terrible. So I'm going to guess someone's going to go to like one of those like novelty stores and get like a cardboard cutout of Han Solo and just like put it in the background.
Home Alone it.
I just
could
know
be
I
fun.
wouldn't want to be saying, die, die, die in front of my mom.
That's
At
probably
age 10.
well. That's probably the whole
That's
purpose.
why you don't play Reaper.
Yeah.
Or
Get
just
it?
me,
Yeah, I get it.
myself, IRL saying that. Or get owned, idiot. Just anything, really.
Oh, so
My
you're
mom
that
would be
toxic
like,
guy.
Austin.
Maybe that's the
Yeah.
point, though. It kind of teaches kids to lay low whenever they're younger,
Restraint.
because obviously when you're younger, you probably have less of a tolerance for that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like you can obviously get mad a lot easier. I feel like you don't have
Oh,
as much self control. So maybe with that
Yeah.
parental supervision, it kind of helps guide that.
Be
on
less
the
Halo
flip side,
2
it could be
online.
really funny if the parent is the one that is raging.
That would be
Oh, I
funny.
can imagine a
Probably
whole-
uncommon, but
I can imagine a whole new like demographic of like that dad at baseball games that's like drunk at a little league game and like yelling at
no.
like
Oh,
he's like taking the kid's microphone and yelling at people for him. It's like,
Oh yeah.
come on, that's against the rules. Camping in a bush, bro.
I feel like that may be a new thing of YouTube. Because don't they do that? They have headphone hubs, right? So both people can listen to the audio.
There you go. This is going to be great. This is going to be a very popular channel. Like, I swear that somebody's going to be popular, not for the person playing, but for the adult behind them.
Yes.
Yeah,
The adult behind him just raging and everything.
Like, oh, this is my favorite YouTuber because their parents are hilarious. And the kid gets really mad at them.
That would actually be...
That kid has the best embarrassed face. He sees it all the time.
It's probably going to be a new meme generator.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm hosting and I get to choose what we talk about, we're going to talk about Borderlands again.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
First of all, Joe turned me on to the fact that Borderlands Handsome Collection is like $5.30 on Steam right now,
Oh.
which is 95% off, so you should probably buy it. Just saying. It's also free on PlayStation if you are a PS Plus member.
I really hope that deal is still going when this gets released.
Yeah. But the reason you want to do this now is because even though it's like a decade old, Borderlands 2 is getting a new DLC release, tying it into the upcoming Borderlands 3 that is going to be free and releasing within the next month, I think.
So you're saying Borderlands 2 is free, or is $5 right now?
Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, and all of the incumbent DLCs.
I have the second one. But...
That's amazing.
So they're going. This is their first time doing free to play, obviously, right?
This is
That's
the
kinda
first
crazy.
free DLC, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the DLC's free. You said Borderlands 3 is coming out and also free.
Borderlands 3 is coming out in September as just like a new game.
Okay, and that's not going to be.
That's
free.
not going to be
Yeah.
free.
Okay.
But that brings us to the thing you're actually thinking about that I talked about before this. I have been a Destiny 2 player for a year or 2 years coming up on. And they are, because Activision owns BattleNet or whatever has a deal with BattleNet, and Destiny was distributed by Activision, and they're no longer together. Bungie and Activision broke up. Now, Destiny can go to Steam, and when it goes to Steam, the base game is going to be free to play,
Wow.
and
Okay.
a new DLC is coming out.
And that's the second one, I assume.
Destiny 2? What? Second what?
Yes, Destiny 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
This will be the fifth major DLC release. Fourth. Forsaken, Season of the Joker. I don't know, whatever. There's a lot of seasons.
A lot of Destiny.
It'll be a new season. We'll go back to the moon. Eris Morn's coming back. If that means anything to you, great. If it doesn't, too bad. So, yeah. Going
That
back
is
to
cool.
Destiny 1 days, basically.
Cool.
Recycled content.
Oh, no. Not again.
I mean, not exactly, but yeah.
Just as long as they don't do the exact same mission and they literally admit that they're using the same level and they just say it builds character.
Was
Nice.
it 2 days ago, as of the recording of this podcast, a new season started in Destiny, and they re-released a bunch of old exotics from Destiny 1 that are some fan favorites that are maybe not the best exotic gear, but it's like the Peregrine Greaves. Just makes it so if you jump when you're a Titan and you're running, you do like an unnecessarily large amount of extra damage. Just and a little like glowing spike comes out of your knee.
Cool.
And you just knee people in the face like Captain Falcon.
Nice.
Have
So
my attention.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So they brought that back, et cetera, so on and so forth. We don't have to talk about Destiny anymore. I'm sorry, guys.
I love Destiny. It's so fun.
It's a good game if you have people to play it with. So now down to the topic of the week. Do you guys have any goals for your summer? It's nice and hot and toasty outside, sun's shining. What are you guys going to do this summer? I know that Liv is going to be avoiding the sun at all costs.
Oh, I can't keep myself together. Yeah, no. Every night I've been staying up pretty late, playing Overwatch. But it's okay because I am on the road from silver to diamond, and I am just about to hit plat.
Very nice.
Which is a
The
little
last
series
stepping
that
stone.
yeah, which is a little series that we are still doing here at Ukatsu, filming that and stuff whenever I reach different levels, making videos of it. So it's gonna be cool. So I stay up late, whatever.
No big deal.
Wake up at 3 p.m. on a good day.
I was surprised to see you on the Discord this morning, like in the actual AM hours.
Well, she probably wasn't asleep
I
yet.
did get up at 9 today.
Okay, there you go.
I did. No. Yeah. I went to bed last night and I got up at 9. I was tired because I wasn't used to it, but I think I reset my schedule a little bit, so hopefully it won't be so bad tomorrow either. Unless I pull another stay up till 6 a.m. tonight. We'll see.
We shall see. But where can they follow that series? Are you streaming parts of that?
No, we are actually
just
putting.
recording.
I believe it will be like a YouTube video series. Through Ukatsu's YouTube channel. So if you go check out the YouTube there, you can follow that. But once in a while, in between those videos, I will be streaming here, just playing Overwatch, either at twitch.tv/EndieQueen or twitch.tv/playukatsu. Just kind of depends on the day and my streaming schedule here for Ukatsu. But yeah, in between like those milestone, like ranking up or whatever, I will be streaming it as opposed to recording it.
Cool. Very exciting. Who do you play the most in comp?
This is like
This is the eternal struggle, right?
right. So I would technically, ever since I started playing Overwatch, I'd consider myself a Tracer main. I still believe that I am very, very strong as Tracer. But she's not necessarily the best. Like, she's not really in the meta right now. And she's got a lot of counters going on, and there's some very overpowerful characters, and she's obviously very squishy, which means she's low, a lot of low health, and not really allowed to defend herself. So I don't play her as often, and I've been finding myself in the support section, and I like to play a lot of Ana. I'll play Mercy once in a while if I just kind of want to chill. And like don't get me wrong, she's fun, and then I'll just go battle Mercy and get like a 3-man, which is really, really fun because it embarrasses the other team.
Well, they switched her up a while ago to where her ult is like
yeah, she
great for
doesn't
that.
she doesn't get the mass res anymore. She just basically Valks, and then you have infinite ammo in your gun, and that's like my favorite thing ever. So
That's crazy.
go straight for the Hanzo.
There you go.
I did that the other day, and he kept putting in the chat. He was like all the crying emoji, and he's like, "Why do you keep doing this? Leave me alone." It was hilarious.
Mercy is the one hunting down your
Oh
characters.
yeah, Battle Mercy, play the games. Those are really funny. But yeah, and then I'd call myself a very skilled Moira for my elo. Although like the higher the elo, usually she isn't played as much just because she's pretty squishy and isn't able to defend herself as well as other healers can if you play them correctly. So
I think Moira might be my favorite support,
Yeah.
like concept-wise.
yeah, she's awesome. Yeah. And she can obviously deal like a decent amount of damage, but a lot of people kind of get lost in that whole like, I'm going to have all gold medals, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get gold damage, gold elims, gold healing. And it's like, well, if you're focusing so much on damage that you have gold damage, then you're not really doing your job to keep your
Right.
your damage people alive and your tanks alive. So it's kind of important to step back and like actually realize what your role is. You're a support.
Are you trying to
so-
say this is a team game?
Maybe if you make it that. I mean, it can obviously be a very like
Moira
team
solo
tearing
team.
apart like kind of game. But if you're actually wanting to improve yourself and get better at the game, then yeah,
Nice.
definitely have to focus on the team.
Austin, do you have any goals for the summer?
I'll make it a little simpler one. So I picked up Fortnite that I surprisingly like to play quite a bit that I did not expect at all. I still am not a big fan of the Battle Royale mode, but I love the mechanics themselves. It's very satisfying, very skill-based with the building. But I've yet to play... I just when I get on Fortnite, I don't play solos very often because there's always a friend on and they always want to play, or I want to play with them. But I would like to try to get one solo win. I've yet to get a solo win. Think I could. It's just gotta grind it. Gotta grind it. So I'll go for a solo win in Fortnite.
Solo win in Fortnite. Excellent. It's a good goal. You might do that today, you might do it in like 3 months.
You're right.
Just camp
Who
in a
knows?
bush the whole game.
Yeah, bushwookie.
Yeah, if
That's
I really
my
want
strategy.
to be a wiener the whole game, and then get 2 kills at max.
Just
Win the
if you
game.
don't
That's what I would do.
if you don't get a gold sniper when you drop, just quit.
Yeah.
And
See, the
then-
problem with that, I did that for a little bit, actually. I tried doing that, but the problem with that is that you never get good at the game. And
Yeah.
by the time, and that's not a problem if you just want to go for the win, but even for that, when you're down to the last like 3 people,
Yeah.
and all of them have like 7 kills each, and they're all really good,
Yeah.
and you're going to try to fight them, and you're going to obviously lose because you haven't shot your weapon
Yep.
in the last hour. So...
What is the trigger button?
Yeah, so it's just
What
like
is
so I
RT?
did that, and then I'd always lose, obviously.
Yeah.
So I better try to win legit. It'll be more satisfying.
Yeah.
Understandable. Hey,
And just
Sam-
better chances.
Sammons, do you have a goal for this summer?
Not burn, because I'm gonna be out in the sun a lot.
Oh.
So,
You are a pale man.
I didn't understand the context
redhead
at first. So I
life.
was like, excuse
I-
me?
my
Ginger
number one
life.
goal is to not burn. After that is probably to finish at least 2 stories in the RPGs I'm playing. At least finish the main quest in Skyrim because I've never done that yet. And
That's 2.
hopefully- Yep.
2 of us. That makes 2.
90 plus hours.
Now I don't
not
feel as
finished it.
I don't feel as singled out anymore.
Yeah. And then
I
I've got to
mean-
finish Subnautica. Still grinding that. So
Okay.
finish those storylines and not get burned.
There you go. That's good. It's very good.
I still, like, gaming-wise, when it comes to finishing games, I bought Red Dead 2 right when it came out and have yet to open the package. Because I'm too dedicated to playing Overwatch.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
There are a lot of one-trick ponies out there.
That's impressive.
I mean,
Everyone loves that game.
I know, that's what I've
gotten it.
heard. I have the first, I've played the first one and whatever, and that one was really good. It's just sometimes I'm like, I could really be using my time to get better at this one game that I'm really good at. So I can't convince myself to play anything else.
the same
It is
thing I
sad.
do.
It's
Liv,
sad, but
you
like,
could learn a lesson from Mr. Shinobi Kent over here. He only played Smash Brothers Melee, and now he plays Smash Brothers Ultimate.
No.
It's a secret. You're not allowed to say that, Tom.
No.
I have seen you play Smash Brothers.
Well, I
Ultimate.
do play it here casually when I'm in the Ukatsu area.
He's a secret challenger. You're not allowed
if
to
if I could get my capture card to work properly and stop disconnecting on me through my Xbox, so I could stream through my Xbox on my PC, kind of thing, and the quality's good, then I would be more open to playing like Red Dead and all my other Xbox games that I bought and have never opened. Because I feel like at least I'm getting something out of it. If I'm streaming, then like I'll have at least a few people that usually join my stream as an audience. Sometimes it goes really well, sometimes it's on the lower numbers, but I feel like that'd be more worth it to me.
Gotcha.
So.
There you go.
Just got to figure out the capture card.
So yours,
So sick.
Sammons, was Don't Burn. And
Yeah.
then, Tom, did we do yours?
We have not.
Oh no. I have to have a goal. Well, things that I would like to accomplish this summer. I want to hit some fitness goals that I have, and I want to finish building my woodworking workbench that has been
Oh.
taking up my garage. And
So what is that? You're making a workbench?
yes, I
Oh.
am building a workbench out of wood. It's mostly done. I just started not following the plans because the plans are dumb, and I'm smarter than them.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no.
It's more original now.
So let me explain, and we can cut this out. But the plans have you joining a bunch of boards with glues and screws. Like, so you put, for the tabletop, you put a bunch of 2x4s up next to each other, and you screw them together with glue in the middle, and then the glue hardens, and it's great. But a proper woodworking workbench also has at least some holes drilled through the top that are 3/4 of an inch wide that are called dog holes, and they're useful for a variety of features. And I want dog holes in my bench, but I don't want to have to remember where all the screws are. So I am going to connect them with wooden dowels instead. So if I hit a dowel, it's not a big deal.
Oh.
So I just have to, because I don't want to pay for a biscuit joiner because that's expensive, or a domino or anything like that. So I have a little jig that I can make for a dowel placing thing. I just
I
haven't
enjoyed
done
that
it yet.
vocab word. There.
Wait,
Spacing,
couldn't
placing
technically couldn't
dowels.
you use a
And then
stud
the little
finder to
jig.
find the screws that you put in?
I don't know. I hadn't thought of that. I could go find out. I won't, but I could. I could go just screw into a board and stud finder, because usually the stud finder is through drywall into finding wood. And if you're putting it against wood to find metal, I don't know if it's going to work or not, because it would probably just find the wood.
There may be a magnet thing that because screws are magnetic, right?
It depends on what they're made of.
That's true.
If they
Really
have
strong magnet.
if they have iron in them, then yes. If they don't have any sort of iron in them, then no.
Well, either way, wooden dolls
Ferrous
sound like a very
material.
good solution
Nice.
Yeah.
So a bench.
So I want to make a woodworking bench.
And now we're back.
Yeah, and now we're back. So yeah, then I'll get my garage back, and then I'll build something else.
So you won't have your garage back.
Yeah, it'll probably be a smaller project. Problem is that there's a lot of long materials that go into building a workbench, so they kind of hang over stuff, and yeah.
That's
I don't know.
fair. My brother and my dad were making identical wood benches, and they're quite massive. They
Quite
took up an
massive.
entire barn, so...
Oh God.
I put I built a bench over the winter, and it's sitting in my front yard now. I've sat on it many times watching my children dodge cars on their bikes.
Nice.
My favorite sport.
So that is that for me, anyway.
All right.
Do you guys have any closing thoughts about life, the universe, and everything?
Come to summer camps. It's
Summer
gonna be
camps.
awesome.
That's true.
Don't
Ukatsu
stay up
summer
till
camps.
6 a.m. Don't do it. It's not fun.
It's not fun, she says.
Okay,
as
it's
she
fun in the
plans to do
process.
it all the time.
Repercussions are bad.
It's not good for you, and you wake up the next day feeling very, very bad.
This is true.
Keep on being you.
You'll perk back up like later, but
That's my advice. Keep on being you.
yeah.
I love the Sammons advice, because he just constantly gets grief for not being conformist.
Keep on keeping on.
He's doing the Sammons.
Keep on keeping on.
Excellent. Life's a garden. Dig it.
Exactly. I'm going to use that later.
Well, I've enjoyed this podcast. Thank you guys for podcasting with me, and we'll see y'all later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please hit the bell icon and go to our Discord and sign up for summer camp at ukatsu.org.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.